The disparaging comments by Rick Grimes were not meant to offend anyone.
Nope.
He was misspoken. I believe he misspoke.
For sure. That is a thing he did.
He meant wouldn't when he said would, and he meant isn't when he said is. So I think that clears things up. Thank you all for being here. We'll take questions from the
right.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, let's start from the right here. So there you go. Yes.
I have one question. How did you feel when Shavar died?
Well, thank you, first of all, for bringing up such a painful episode right off the bat. Yeah. I actually was just starting to be okay with it.
I was feeling good about this weekend.
Today, I had a nice breakfast. It was, not too heavy, not too light.
No, Shiva loves pastry.
Oh, my gosh. You know what? That tiger could eat crepes. Loved crepes. Also was a big apple tart fan.
Yeah, she was.
Oh man, oh my gosh. She couldn't walk past a bakery.
No, after her death, feeling crushed was, at least we had more breakfast food after.
Yeah, it's true. We did have more. I remember that first morning. We were just on the floor, just crumbs all over our chin.
Yeah, so just what she would want.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, she would have loved this.
She loved all this.
Yeah. So it was a lot of ugly crying. A lot of convulsing, a lot of, and then you just try and let it out. So we both felt horrible, and thanks so much for bringing it up.
Yes.
Lovely dress.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
Lovely dress. All right, let's try this side of the. Maybe this is the more lighthearted, positive side of the room. Anybody? Anyone? Go ahead.
How much did it mean to you, this for Khary, sorry. How much did it mean to you that the original Teen Titans cast have all come back to this new show and now a movie that people seem to love so far? How much does that mean to you?
That's a great question. Honestly, I think you're better suited.
Thank you for asking. Just having, after 15 years of, having this groundbreaking show, 16? Yeah, 16 years. I feel like I'm getting old now.
Yeah.
Wow. 16 years of this amazing show, and knowing that everyone is just as committed to making this awesome show still a thing, I guess now a movie, I can tell you that it brings them a lot of pride and a lot of joy.
The man reads my mind like no one else. That's exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah,
and I just couldn't put it into words. I'm just glad that you could be here. To let him know. That's exactly how I was feeling. It's kind of surreal.
And that's straight out of Khary Payton's mouth. So
exactly. Boom. You're welcome. You're welcome, Greater Manchester area. All right. Let's see. Yes, Monday.
Have you ever been starstruck?
Yes, absolutely. I'm starstruck all the time. I'm starstruck right now. I'm sitting next to Cooper Andrews. He's so awesome. Shh, don't tell him. Oh my God, he's right there. Yeah, I get starstruck all the time.
Am I allowed to talk to Khary?
Yeah, don't look me in the eyes. Look down, don't look me in the eyes. No eye contact. I got rules when you deal with me. Now, the most starstruck I ever was with Mark Hamill, the first time I worked with him. I literally didn't know who he was because he didn't look like Luke Skywalker. He had his full beard. This was like 15 years ago, and I did the episode of Justice League, right? And he was playing the Joker, and he was just telling stories about, but he hadn't gone into his Joker voice yet, and so I was like, who is this guy who keeps telling all these stories? And then Andrea Romano, the voice director, she starts introducing everybody, and she was like, and of course Mark Hamill is the Joker, and I just went, and I sat there like an idiot for like 20 minutes, just going. Yeah, and literally I worked with him that entire session and never said a word to him. I kept wanting to go. I was like,
I'm dumb.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So like 10 years later, I finally like introduced myself. So yeah, I get starstruck all the time. How about you, Koo?
Oh, me? Yeah, a bunch. Back during my booming days, I did this movie, and I was booming Ernie Hudson.
Ah.
And I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, so I was, I had a little freak out moment, especially when you're holding the microphone and then, oh, we see your shadow, and then like Ernie Hudson's like, this jerk. It's not my fault. They're hiding behind camera. I don't know why, but yeah. So that was awesome. Yeah, that was my moment. I've had a few though.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
It happens a bit.
The great Ernie. Yes.
So the Teen Titans film's coming out in a few weeks, and if you were offered to make a game about the film, or even just a game in general, spin-off of the film,
sure.
How would you feel about that? And also, you did a voice of Cyborg as well, so is there any possibility of a Rocksteady Justice League game? Because we know they're making a Superman game soon.
Dude, if they call me up, I'm down for it. I've played all kinds of different Cyborgs. I've done a few video games of Cyborg, a Teen Titans video game way back in the day, and a few of the Injustice video games, which are pretty awesome. So if they want me to come out and do it, I'm game. I'm game. And if they want to do a new one based on the movie or whatever, that would be awesome. It's if they're doing based on Teen Titans Go, it's gonna be stupid and hilarious. And and it comes out a couple of weeks. It's coming out in the States this weekend actually. And so a bunch of people are already coming back, and we knew that kids and parents would love it, but critics are loving it too. We're like 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's something we didn't expect, I mean, we laughed, but we weren't sure if it was too silly for critics, but apparently critics like it silly too. And it's also, we make a lot of fun of the superhero movies that are out, and we really don't care who it is. We'll make fun of anybody. So it was fun. Yes?
Well, you're both in DC films now coming up.
Yeah.
You're in Shazam, aren't you?
I joined the party.
He's in. Welcome to the...
A lighter kind of move with both of your movies coming out. They both look a bit lighter than the usual dark DC.
It's true. Yeah. We took down we stripped down some of the dark paint and putting up a little bit of the some brighter colors in there.
For sure.
Just to switch it up. We'll see how it works. We'll see if people like this direction that they're going.
I think it's good, and I think the other thing though about both is that it's not like they went, oh, they need something lighter. That wasn't it just naturally there are some happier tales
exactly
in the DC world.
Exactly. So and what better way to do it with Teen Titans and Shazam, right?
Oh yeah.
I love me some Billy Batson. Yes, sir.
Just following on a bit from that gentleman's question, with obviously your role in Shazam and your upcoming Resurrection of Young Justice, I was wondering if you could perhaps, I know it's probably a lot you can't say, but perhaps talk about the experience of working on both of those projects, and if there's any little tidbits of information you can give out about what we might expect.
I don't know what I am allowed to say. I can say though that this is I think that we have gone over that this is a lot. It has that feel of being like Big meets Superman. But what I like about it personally is that this isn't, there's no massive war. There's no. Everything is pretty relatable, and it doesn't have to be at such dire, circumstances for us to have to relate to these characters, and we don't have to feel like these, we don't have to be like, oh, there's these horrible deaths that, but it is still like, there's still something that you want to hold on to with this film. So it's going to be good as far as talking to people that way, just bringing out something a little more not calamic.
Right. Although spoiler alert, he did tell me one thing about Shazam. It's a lot like Rogue One in that everyone dies. So I don't know if I've said too much. I won't say anything else.
Erase that part.
Yeah, okay. A little tidbit. As far as Young Justice is concerned, no, I'm not going to tell you anything. Yeah, no. I was like, I'm afraid to say anything because I don't think they've let out any of especially the storylines of my character. I guess I can say that I've got that they're in the course of the 26 episodes. There are more than one character that I'm playing, and but they're all going in directions you would not expect. I think Greg Weisman and Brandon Vietti, as far as storytellers, are some of the best as far as twists and turns are concerned, and it doesn't matter if it's live action or animation. I just think it's one of the best kind of episodic, television shows. Period.
I agree.
Yeah.
That makes that fact.
Done. It is agreed. Yes, sir.
Obviously, you've done loads of voices through the past, and everyone will know you from King Ezekiel. Which do you kind of prefer doing, or are they different?
I get that so many people ask me what do I prefer, and the truth is I prefer not having to prefer. I get the opportunity to play all of these different things, and that's what I love about my job, is that I don't have to choose. I can kind of have my cake and eat it too. I get to I can play half robot, monster, whatever, because your mind can just, wherever your mind wants to go. I can play the Tooth Fairy. And I can make it sound like Latka from Taxi because I could go that silly on Teen Titans Go, and then we can do something like Ezekiel, who's kind of two characters in one, in a way. So and I love that the characters that I've been given, really have kind of a depth and a diversity. To be able to go from, a character that's kind of as big and loud and wearing his heart on his sleeve as someone like Cyborg, and then on the flip side to play a character like Kyle Durham, Aqualad, who literally holds everything inside, and has this huge sense of responsibility, and and yet I'm standing in front of a microphone, to do both, and that's all they give you and let you go, besides the words on the page. I love it. Yes, sir.
So I was just curious, how did you find working with the CJ Tiger, Shiva within The Walking Dead?
I personally found it less dangerous than the than the actual working with the
first
tiger.
4 days. Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't the first Ezekiel. There was like 4 other dudes. Everybody lost a leg. One dude. I mean, he's gonna be fine, but he did lose most of his torso. And I was like, you know what? Could we try another way of doing this? And they were like,
Jerry was created as a buffer. Because of all the Ezekiels that they're eating through,
right?
They created a character that they would dress in bright red robe, so that way the tiger would chase after him.
Yeah, he was just latched onto the side of Cooper for a while, was the tiger, and then I was like, why don't we just draw him in, see how that works,
Enough of the real thing.
Yeah. It ended up working better for me, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. If I lose a leg, that's gonna take out, I don't know, maybe a quarter of my weight. So I feel better about going about it this way. Yeah.
With the new season coming up, you've obviously got a lot of changes in front and behind the camera. What are your feelings going into that? And
honestly, when we first started, I started packing my bags. I was like, well, we're done. And there is a moment in this next season where I literally was stopped in my tracks, and I was like, okay, I guess I need to unpack, because we got it's kind of an entire new series, yet based on something everybody cares about and has sort of forgotten about. And the moment it happens, it's like everybody's going to be like, Rick, what's happening? And then the next moment you're going to be like, oh my God, we got to focus. This thing just took on an entirely new bent, and it literally could go on for a very long time. The story is I'm incredibly excited about. And I honestly, at the beginning of this, knowing all of the change and that was going on, I did not feel that way at all. I'm so surprised and happy at what's coming next. That's about as specific as I'm going to get.
I'm not even going to add to that. I feel like you took all the necessary risks.
Yeah, I walked that tightrope. I just got us to the other side. So,
what he said exactly, but more emphatic.
It's going to be interesting.
We do know we are losing Andrew Lincoln at some point in the season. How are you feeling about not having him around?
It's tough, man, because he's an incredible actor and an incredible leader. We all kind of follow from Andy's example. It's hot, it's sticky. You get tired and you can get angry. Because just of the conditions and the long hours and all this stuff. But you can't do that when you see Andy out there kicking ass every day. You say if he's doing it, you got no right to complain. You pick up your pail and you go to work and get the job done. And he's just an incredible example and is incredibly gracious to each and every person on that set. And I think we all take from that and run with it. And I think he's laid enough of a foundation, that we'll continue to do that. But it's always amazing to see him up there, just going for it, And I'm gonna miss that about him.
Yeah, I mean he's someone whose example you definitely follow, and so it's it sucks. But.
Yeah. It sucks, but the dude's got kids he wants to hang out with. It's like
wants to see his family.
He's literally been doing this for 9 years. He's got a 9-year-old son. He's like, I'd like to see him for more than just a third of the year. And it kind of like, all right, okay, I guess we're being selfish.
Yeah, no, all you want to do. Yeah, I mean, at the end of it, all we want to do is just make him proud. So
exactly.
That's the best we're gonna do, and we're gonna
go for it. But it's not the last you've seen of Rick Grimes, I don't think. Yeah.
Both the characters in Walking Dead are actually quite positive for kind of what's going on in the world. They've got quite a good outlook. How do you think yourselves would actually cope with facing a zombie apocalypse?
Well, honestly, that's what I love about the Kingdom, is that I feel like I had an affinity for Ezekiel and the way he saw the world. Is like, I'm not going to let this darkness get to me, and I use it as an analogy for the entertainment business, because I've been told no 1,000 times before I've been told yes, and it's and you can't let those no's get to you. You gotta use them as a learning experience, or use them in a way that you say, there are a couple of no's that I keep in the back of my head, and I was like, and I just think to myself, you're gonna remember me one day. You're gonna regret that no one day, and it fires you up and gets you up out of bed and makes you want to try harder to get where you want to be. And I feel like that is the feeling of the Kingdom, is that no matter how dark it is outside those walls, you don't let it lose your light, use your fire for life, and so I kind of live my life that way. I feel like the Kingdom does too, so I think I'd probably gravitate toward that.
I'm not trying to copy off his test here. It's just it's a lot.
We feel we've got a very Ezekiel Jerry vibe here.
It's pretty close. I would think I probably wouldn't eat as much cobbler as I do. I think that'd probably be a little bit of the difference. Of course, maybe I'd just eat a lot more.
Exactly. Maybe you'd just be like, dude, this is getting me through.
Yeah.
I need the carbs. You know, it's
Energy.
a lot. Exactly. It's sweaty out there.
It's so hot. Shiva would want me to eat this.
Yeah, exactly.
We've
Yes,
got
yes.
time for one more question.
One more. Yes.
I'm going to ask, what was working on Den of Thieves like? This is for you, Keith.
Oh.
And, yeah, totally different quite tough question. And is 50 Cent as scary as he makes out?
So I
I
didn't get.
never thought he was scary, dude.
No, he's really cool guy. Yeah, so Den of Thieves was a lot of fun to shoot. I mean, it kind of felt, I imagine what it'd be like to just do those '80s, action flicks.
Right.
It was, these guys were just really into this story, and you had just a lot of kind of fun pranks going on, and but yeah, so we were shooting this hibachi scene, and it was pretty much the whole cast in this scene, and the chef, the guy, he asked 50 if he likes ketchup. 50 said yeah, and then the guy just shoots the ketchup bottle at him, but it's red yarn, but he doesn't know it, and then all of us just stopped. We're like, oh, that chef just put ketchup all over 50. And then 50 started laughing, and he's like, you're about to become a very rich man. But it was just it was a fun cast. Everyone was really cool, from Jerry 50, everyone, Pablo, they're really cool. Yeah. And,
awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that sequel at some point. So
Nice.
yeah,
More dens of thieves.
yeah, more dens, more thieves.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care.